An angle measures rotation. You might be wondering what I mean by rotation. So what I'd like you to do is take your arm and extend your arm all the way out so that it lies straight. I'm going to sketch what this looks like. Here is your shoulder, here is your elbow, and here's your hand. And that's your arm lying stretched out straight. Now I want you to take your hand and bring your hand up towards your head and then stop once you're about halfway there. So you might have something that looks like this now. Your hand is up here, your elbow's still right there, and your shoulder. Now I want you to take your hand and go closer to your head, almost touching your head. You might notice that this picture looks more like this now. Your hand, your elbow, and your shoulder. What you've done to go from here all the way down to here is change the rotation from your elbow to your hand up towards your shoulder to your elbow. So you change the rotation from this side to this side. And you created an angle. This is an angle. This is an angle. And this is an angle. The largest angle occurred when we had our arm lying flat. The smallest angle was when you had your hand very close to your head. But all of these were angles. An angle describes rotation. It's how far you rotate from this side, SE, up to this side, HE. So let's look at a couple examples. I'm going to draw an angle here. We can use segments or rays as the sides of our angle. So here I'm going to use a ray, but we could also use segments. I'm going to make a note of that. Sides of angles can be either segments or rays. So here is the side. We can also have lines, but for the ones we're going to look at today, we're either going to have segments or rays. So here is my angle. I have this common point, which we call a vertex. In the examples before, that was our elbow. And let's say I have a point right here. We'll call it A. B will be the vertex, and C will be a point on the other side. So this is one side of my angle, and this is the other side of my angle. And here's my vertex. To name an angle, you use one point from each side of the angle. And the vertex. So for this angle, for example, we could call this angle ABC or angle CBA. Notice the sides, or the points from the sides, are on the outside, and the vertex is always on the inside. That's very important. Let's consider an even harder example. Say I add two more points, one on each side. I call this D and this E. We can name this now angle ABE and use an E instead of the C. We could also name it angle DBC and use a D instead of an A, and so on. So all of these will be correct ways to name these angles. The key to remember is that the vertex is on the inside, and we only have to choose one of the 2 points. If there are 2 points, we have a choice. Same thing over here. 2 points, we have a choice which to choose. It won't matter because they'll still be describing this angle right in here, which is the rotation from this side up to that side.